everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Right,
We're already live, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if.
So we're just
anyone has-
spiking up the viewers, so we can have like more viewers. We can before we go and move on to the live stream. By the way, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Today is the 19th, Sunday. So we have been quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, I think more than months already.
Months for a few months. So there's reasons for that we'll go into that later on. But we have some very exciting things that we're gonna discuss today. Some of you might already know what we are going to be discussing, but we want to go a little bit in depth before the actual judging, maybe the judging phase of the
pre-judging, I think.
the competition. Yeah, so this is more of like a preview. So whether you've actually entered a build in the Otaku ME Modelers Cup 2021, or you've just been catching up with what is going on, we'll be trying to explain some of the things that might not be very clear for some of you,
Yeah.
and we'll just go over some of the things that we've already discussed
Or
before.
if some of you guys miss this competition this time and you're planning to join the future competition, especially on an online platform, this is the stream that you need to watch too.
Yes.
I think
That's
so.
right. That's right. And first of all, hello to you guys, and we're back. Paulo
Yeah.
here. Yeah, Ali,
Ali.
James.
and we got Mickey over
Mickey,
there.
yes.
Yeah. So as you can see, all four of us are actually doing the live stream together. So 'cause there's a lot of very interesting things that we like to discuss.
The
So-
four guys that you usually see on live streams, guys.
Yeah,
So
you
we're all
see
here.
us separately, but now we're joining forces. Again, welcome guys to our live stream. How many viewers do we have right now?
We're up to 10 viewers. All you guys are commenting. So
Do you have any comments right now?
Yeah, everyone's just saying hi.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
hi.
Hello,
Richard,
guys.
who is this? From Richard Stelik.
From Czech
Czech
Republic.
Republic.
Hi, Mr. Richard.
Morning creature from Indonesia.
Oh.
So yeah, this is very exciting because as we can see from the comment section, we have like a global reach here, and
Yeah.
there's a big reason for that. So as you all know, today we will be discussing our still ongoing Otaku ME Modelers Cup
Yeah.
2021.
We're on the last stages, which is the judging phase already.
Exactly.
All the judges have acknowledged the receipt of all your entries, and they're busy judging it right now.
Yes,
So-
actually. Well, thank you for all that participated and sent in their entries, and even
Thank
for
you.
those who were not able to make it, but you've supported the competition all the way through since we announced it
Yeah.
like 6 months ago.
I think so.
Around
6 months.
around
6 months,
around
yeah.
that time, we would like to thank you so much. Before we move on with the main discussion, we just like to give you a little bit of an update. As you know, we have closed our store
Yeah.
Yeah.
at
Our
the
main store.
our main store at the Sunrise Building at the Al Safa area because
We're going to move.
We're moving. As you guys have been following our social media platforms, we're moving to Times Square Center.
that's right. Yeah.
And it's going well. Construction stage is doing well. I was just there this morning, and to just give you an update, we're close, really close. So give me a few more days to close out the project, and hopefully you'll see us back.
Hopefully within less than a month we'll be able to
Yeah.
open
Yeah.
the new
Yeah.
store.
Less
right?
than a month or a few weeks will be open again. So
That's your hint, guys.
see you guys there, okay? So
Mhm.
everyone that wants to order stuff like that, you can still order online.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
All the
So-
stuff that you can see,
Mhm.
it's still there. All there online.
Yes,
Yes.
you can order from our website here, otakume.com. Like, there you go.
You can see it
Site?
there.
Yeah, otakume.com.
Alright.
Okay.
We got many more viewers.
Yeah.
Michael Perez from Spain. Armored
Oh.
Komodo is also watching while he's
Hey,
painting.
Armored Komodo. That's
Hello,
Alex,
right?
I think.
Mhm.
Watching while painting.
Watching while painting. What are you painting? I wanna know.
Yeah, we got Mike Tagaro and
Hi.
Omen. Yeah.
Mike Tagar say hi to James and Mickey, my handsomest host as you. Thank you. Yeah, of course, of course.
And it's really fun to get a lot of people together from different time zones.
Yeah.
As you all know, this is like still a working hour for the UAE, but
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
people from the UAE that are in tuned right now. I hope
Yes.
you guys are not in trouble from your bosses.
Yeah.
You're sneaking
Yeah.
away to like watch
Don't get in
us.
trouble working.
And for other guys like probably in
They're-
Indonesia, in
they're on
Spain,
their weekend.
They're I
On
think
their weekend,
this-
some
their
are
weekends.
probably
Yeah,
in
exactly.
bedtime.
Yeah.
Now.
And thank you for
Thank you
tuning
for
in.
watching, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And if you have participated in the competition, please let us know in the comment section. We'd like to get to know you guys more because there's a lot of new modelers that we really haven't encountered before that actually joined the competition.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and hopefully in the future, some of you guys will travel to Dubai. Hopefully, please do drop by our new store now at Times Square. Everything that you saw in on our like last store, you'll still see it on our new store.
Exactly.
Just to like how to say.
The store won't be stranger to
Yeah, yeah,
just to
you
set your
still
expectations.
feel it's still the
Same
same.
experience.
But
exactly.
we've improved the experience in
Yeah.
terms of layout, what you need on the services. We try to listen and improve as much as we can from those comments. So
Mhm.
we'll carry it on from the Times Square Center store. So
Yes.
hopefully see you guys and from all over the world, travel to Dubai. Once it's open, come there.
Mhm.
Definitely, we can't wait to have you guys.
Yeah.
Just a little backstory. The Otaku ME Modelers Cup started since like 4 years ago,
4
right?
years.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, it started as a build-up for Gunpla only. And the last 2-3 years, we've opened it up to scale models
Exactly.
also. Once we like grew the categories.
Yeah, we had 2 modelers cup
Mm.
as UAE only or GCC only, most
Mm.
probably because the people from GCC can visit us here or around the world
Yeah,
and join the competition. And then this is the 3rd one as online.
yeah,
Mm.
the first one,
Mm.
and hopefully there will be another like
More.
Yeah, because
I've read one comment like asking when is the next competition.
Yes.
So we'll finish
but
this
not yet
one.
done with this one. Well,
We'll finish first this one. Give us time to like recuperate, plan ahead, and we'll do
Yes.
another one.
but we do make a lot. Aside from the Modelers Cup, we do have different themed competitions throughout the year. Just to let you guys know, the Otaku ME Modelers Cup used to be like a real physical competition based here in the UAE. But as you guys all know, we can't like have like gatherings for now due
For
to
now.
restrictions. So we decided to make it an online thing, which we were kind of hesitant at first, but it turned out great.
Yeah, it turned out great.
Exactly.
Like in
Even better, I think. Like we have like a global reach now.
in
so-
statistics, once if we
Mhm.
discuss on statistics, I think Mickey can show us that.
Can go there now.
Yeah, we can go there.
Mhm.
While Mickey is on that, I think with the new store coming up, we'll have the possibility of like opening up like events in terms
Mhm.
of that because we are on the mall, so permits and stuff like that
Mhm.
will be better. So it's we can plan for that, and hopefully soon we can have physical competitions too.
Yes,
I really pray for that though.
definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, we're showing you guys right now the entire list of like all of the participants,
Mhm.
all throughout the categories.
Mhm.
It's a big jump, no, from our
Exactly.
last model
Way more entries.
Yeah.
Our average before is like 100.
Yeah, 100.
50,
Yeah.
140, even less,
Yeah.
maybe.
But that was just like for UAE.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this time we have lesser entries from UAE. Where yeah, why? Where are you guys? Like now, our international participant just like swings.
Yeah,
really jumped
It just
in terms
jumped.
of
And
percentage.
we weren't really expecting it. We don't know how this is gonna work with the
Mhm.
online
Yeah.
variant of the Otaku ME Modelers Cup, but we are really blown away by like
Mhm.
the participation.
Yeah.
For us who like the four of us who planned up this competition, it's actually is like scary for us to open it to the international scene without any background or data. But we try to like do our best as much as we can. If you have any comments and improvement, please do.
Yeah, we tested it on our custom page challenge
Yeah.
for the entry grade, which
Yes.
is very surprising for a lot of you guys to
Yeah.
join. And now we use that same.
It's kinda is like our stepping
Stepping
Yes.
stone. That's where we gauge that we can like we can do it now.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I think only 1/3 of all the entries were local UAE based, and
1/3.
everything else was
International.
International.
See?
So
Maybe
it
we
was-
can show
Yeah.
them.
See? Going back, Mickey.
Where is it?
Yeah, go back. Yeah, the stats. See?
Yeah.
148 scale model entries. That's usually some of our standards with scale model, the physical competition that we had.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you look at this, there you go.
This
those
is a
are-
normal Excel file that
Yeah.
we made.
Those
So
are
you
the
guys can
countries
see.
that joined.
So we have 27 different countries
Yeah.
that joined the competition.
Mhm.
What's the most numbers that we have?
We got the most from Japan.
Japan.
That we didn't expect.
That we didn't expect. So we have a lot of entries from Japan, and we
Yes.
have to thank our judges for pushing that one, especially
Sagawa-san.
Segawa-san and Namoki-san. Thank you for all the push, for all the support, your help in pushing for the competition.
In Japan, yeah.
We would like to thank you. If you're watching, I hopefully Segawa-san and Namoki-san are watching.
Are watching
Or
right now.
probably busy judging.
Please comment.
Yeah, please comment. Yeah.
Let us know if you guys are watching right now.
Mhm.
Arigato gozaimasu. No?
Yes.
Was it?
You were just like waiting for that Ali to say it. You can say it now, Ali. Now.
Go on.
Okay. So Japan with the most entries, and
Okay.
one that a region that we used to not have a lot of reach
Where?
is the Americas, but now we
Ah.
have 22 entries from North America and
Wow.
4 from South America.
Well, thanks.
Interesting.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
And I've seen the entries. They're really fantastic. So,
We'll talk about them later on as well.
Sneak peek.
yeah. But
And-
just to be like fair and just now stick around. We're not gonna show all the entries, guys. So
No,
we're
it's
just
just a
gonna 200 entries. We'll spend the whole
maybe.
the night doing this, and we'll have to close the warehouse for that.
So, disclaimer, yeah, of course, that whatever we're going to say about the entries will
Yeah.
not affect the judging.
Yeah.
Yes.
In addition to what Mickey said, we're not even going to like show you full screens of all the entries that we're gonna show.
Yes, we're just.
These are personal picks from Mickey, me, Ali, or Paulo. These are randomly chosen. So it's not in particular we like the build. No. Is it the winner? No, it won't affect it because we just like want to show you what you guys can improve on your next build.
Exactly.
Yes.
'Cause,
And what judges will look for actually, in my perspective.
Mhm.
So just to summarize some of the statistics. So for the open course entries for Gunpla, we actually jumped to like ×4
Yeah.
from our average
Yeah.
before.
The
for
average when we
open
were
course.
doing it in Modelers Cup physical competition was for open, it's around 10, 15, 14, 16 maximum.
16 maximum, yes.
Yeah, because there are only few guys who are competitive with open, but we have a lot more entries on intermediate and clean build, which unfortunately we only have out of the box category
Out
this
of the
time,
box
right?
category, yes, that's right.
62 entries.
Noticeably, only 4 for the ships and submarines category. What can you say about that?
I think it speaks for how hard ships are. We all agree. We
Yes,
are all
very
in
hard.
agreement. It's difficult to build ships. To make a proper ship, like details, those small parts, it's difficult.
Some
Have you
water
tried
effects.
building?
No, you need
No.
infinite patience with
See?
ships. Especially with some of the older ships. They have those riggings.
Yeah.
That
I always tell our team like if you're going to like build ships, you have to commit. That shows in this 4, and thank you for that for
They have
submission.
committed.
They have committed,
Yeah.
submitted.
It's a long-term project if you're
Yeah.
gonna do ships.
Yeah.
Some of them takes years to finish.
Everyone can do ships, but not everyone can do a proper ship build, I think. No, Paolo? Just to
yes.
like differentiate between the two?
Yes. And then we also noticed a big boost in the number of sci-fi
Yes.
entries. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, this is actually a big lesson for us, for me personally. Now that we considered sci-fi as one big category, as I've seen on comments, the ones that we have experienced on the submissions,
Yeah, there's a
in
lot
the
of different entries.
in there's a lot of like it's too open, and we know that, and it's a learning curve for us. Maybe in the future we'll try to like separate like a sci-fi category for
it's
competition.
a very broad category,
it's a
especially
broad
sci-fi
category.
and fantasy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
definitely.
when looking at the entries, I really think the judges can pinpoint the best ones already from that broad spectrum of entries. They can. And it will boil down onto the technicality side of your builds, which is the criteria.
Yes.
They can actually like pinpoint. I've seen the entries.
Before we move on to our next subject here, you have any comments there?
There's a big spike in viewers from all over
Okay.
the world. We've got viewers from Kuwait,
33
Egypt.
viewers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Pressure is on us.
Okay.
Who's worth
Any
bench?
questions?
Any
Egypt.
questions? Will there be a GBWC UAE?
That's the dream.
That's
That's the dream.
That's the goal.
Even Bandai right now doesn't have it, so they're doing this online competition. I think we're close, but yeah, let's see.
Well, you can treat this as your GBWC plus the scale model.
Yes.
That's true. With your support, guys, because in the end of the day, it all boils down to numbers. With your support, then we can make that a reality. That's the dream from the
Yeah.
start.
Yes.
Right?
And this one is like another test. As I said, I keep saying test because I do think that a lot, not only Otaku ME, I'm not speaking for Otaku ME. I've been observing like competition circuit for the past year now, and everyone is transitioning to online, and everyone had created this small, bigger competition. It's just a matter of how you support the ones that I think supports you. So I think we'll improve from here, and we'll keep doing this one. And
Definitely.
online competition is here to stay.
Yeah.
That's one. Hopefully there will be physical competitions, and we do dream for the GBWC UAE. No promises, but we're pushing for that.
Yeah.
too.
Support us, guys.
Support-
Support us.
Yeah, it's
Hello, chat.
all it takes is your support.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are more viewers joining in. Ape Studios, Will Navarro,
Oh, nice.
Mark Kepi,
Hello. Familiar names.
and a
So-
Stalking Wolf. Favorite hobby shop.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll move on. So we've sent out all the entries to their respective judges, and of course, as we sort out through the entries, we've noticed some trends, concepts, styles,
Yeah.
some new ones, some like revived styles that we noticed that has become like quite a trend with this year's competition. So we'll just go a little bit, talk about that for a little
Yeah.
bit. And
Ali can like pick out those. He
What are
picked
the-
out the
some of the
entries, so
things
he,
that,
he saw
uh,
some things. We might chip in or add in some more, but yeah, Ali did the like breakdown and stuff.
research.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see, Ali.
I had to
Fire
go
away.
through all those mad entries, and there's
Yeah.
absolutely like mountains of things that we all can say about the builds. I mean, 239 entries across the board. It was very hard to go through them all,
Yeah.
but we did notice a few interesting trends. So, which one should we start with? Gunpla, scale models?
I think Gunpla. I've seen a lot of guys here that are into Gunpla on
Gunpla.
the comments.
Let's
Let's
go.
start
Yeah.
with Gunpla. So.
This is going to be your like a spoiler before you see all the
because we can't
entries.
really
Yeah, we can't show them. That's
show
just-
you anything as of right now, not until we get the final score. So
Yeah,
these
the
are
journey is
like
not over.
spoilers and sneak peeks.
Alright, but before that, I actually want to hear from you guys. If you've joined the competition, leave a comment below, or perhaps if you have any questions on the stream, let us know. But as we go into the statistics, so Gunpla as we've pulled up on the screen before, we've got a huge jump in entries in open course and out of the box. But there were some very interesting things between them. For example, amongst all the Gunpla entries, a massive 51% of all entries were Universal Century themed. They were Zaku's, Goops, GMs, Gundams. I mean, you
Big
see.
win for me, but I'm not a judge.
This is
Yeah.
all together with out of the box and open, right?
Yes,
I
yes,
see,
it's
I
a.
So
it's a
UC fans are out there.
Yeah.
Do you see any reason for that trend? Is that just the popularity factor of the Universal Century series, or
I think
is it something to do with the kits of the UC?
I believe it is the popularity and the openness about the UC things, because the majority of the entries were like the grunt suits, for example. So Zaku's, Gyms, they're, when you look at those kits themselves, they're a lot of open grounds for customization and add-ons.
Correct.
And you also have to tie in the new animations that are coming out, like Hathaway's. So we've got some
Yeah.
of those new kits as well that
Yeah.
entered the competition.
For me, I think what my observation is in on top of what Ali said is a lot of the guys that I know are really into UC because they're old school guys. So old school.
I'm not saying you're old. It's old school.
No, they're into those old series kits. So it's
Hi, Omel.
yeah, it's more it's more easier for them to, as Ali said, to like customize on that. The newer ones, like for example, I'll just give an example. The Kasi.
Yeah.
See Gundam.
It's difficult to like think of like a concept in terms of that. It's not difficult. It can be done. I've seen one, but it's difficult to like heavily customize that one.
So
Because
you
Kasi has a very unique look to it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's apart from the rest of the Gundams that usually they have like a similar
It
trend.
can be done, but those lines you have to
those sharp
replicate.
lines,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Kind of the newer ones that are into like pointy stuff. Yeah, it's difficult for me.
Yeah, well, like 51%. That's a whopping 46 out of 91 entries in Gunpla that were just Universal Century themed. And on the topic of like the Kasi Gundam, there were a lot of big model kits from Gunpla that were entered. So some examples included the Kasi Gundam, Penelope, Kshatriya,
Yeah.
Sazabi.
So that's good.
I've seen a lot of Sasabi.
Yeah.
Well,
Sasabi will just be a staple entry, man. Like it's gonna be there, a standard, you know.
Yeah, I'm
But-
just happy that I see one double O kit there.
Double O guy.
Double O.
Double O Master Race.
But what was also interesting is you have a little bit of those like offside kits, like the O, Neo Zeong, and
Nightingale. I saw
Nightingale.
Nightingale. Yeah, the man, those are massive hits.
Took a lot of time in painting.
Exactly.
He don't want a lot of painting.
So hats off to you guys.
But what was also interesting was to see a hard graph entry.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
If you guys
The
don't
gem
know,
in between all the
Yeah, I
entries.
kind of like that one.
so the hard graph is like the middle ground
Yeah.
between
If you
traditional
like
scale models
sci-fi, then
and
scale models.
Gunpla.
We should like have a lot more kits of that.
Yeah.
No? Please enter.
Yep.
Not now. We don't have a competition.
We'll think of one.
It was also fairly interesting to see in the open course category, since that was the most that we've had the entries from. It was actually interesting to see SDs entered into it. I think we had around 6 SDs entry into the open category. And I think that says a lot about the modeler's confidence to have something of a small build compete against like giants on the same playing field.
No, it's gonna be the same. I
Yeah.
mean, for me
Yeah.
personally, it's just gonna be the same. It doesn't
the
matter how
size
big.
doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Because
Goes to
it goes back to the criteria or how you present it. Again, online competition, it's a different ball game. You have to think on how you play on the strength of your kit or your build, how big or how small it is. How you present it matters because
Exactly.
that's it. It's just being judged by a photograph, man. It
Yep.
doesn't matter if it's an SD or a large kit on our
It's
back.
something to do with the designs of the SDs nowadays.
I think
The
so.
new SDs that were
Yeah.
coming out, they're just
Especially
detail
the
overload.
ones with the
The Son Goku
Son Goku Den that have a lot of details. I love those kits a lot.
Mhm.
What else, Ali?
Then, in terms of, apart from the UC theme, there were also many entries that were like fantasy. So that means that the modeler didn't stick to Gundams being just mecha. They actually took it up a field where
Mhm.
they customized them into
That's
like,
my thing. Yeah, yeah.
fantasy creatures like dragons, fairies, and so on.
Yeah. So I've seen 2 or 3 entries like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But surprisingly, the most customized like base kit was actually the Gundam Barbatos. There were many
Always
entries.
will be in every competition.
Mhm.
Yep, we got a question from Fadi. He says he's from Syria, but Syria is not in the list. This list is actually shows where you are located, not the nationality itself. Because Filipinos can be everywhere, or Japanese can be everywhere. So we based the list of entries by location. So you
where
add-
you are based.
Yeah,
and-
where you
Yeah.
are based. Yeah,
Right.
That answers the question? Okay.
most probably. I hope.
But apart from that, the casual gunpla trends tend to be like painting styles. It's very diverse actually. We're happy to see a bit of everything in there. You have mecha, fantasy, you have different weathering, clean build styles.
Yeah, it's so diverse. You're correct on that, Ali.
Mhm.
So there's no particular style actually that I've seen across the board. For Gunpla, it's all diverse. It's clean. Some are gloss, some are flat. Some are heavily weathered, overly weathered. You can see
Moderately weathered.
And
Moderately
some
weathered.
of the things like I was reading through the description of like all the participants.
Yeah.
I was reading through like because there's a lot of variety in terms of how they painted it. So it's not just like everyone airbrush.
Yeah, no.
You'll see a lot of spray painting that was done, and they'll even say on the comment section that from where they're from, that's the only one that they can get as of now.
Availability,
yeah.
yeah.
In terms of
Ah.
availability, it could be like the hobby is not yet as big from where they're from, so they
That's
just have to do
interesting.
with what they have.
That's
Mhm.
interesting.
And their kits still turn out really great and almost the same as like the ones that a more hobby centric countries.
I like your point
Mm.
when the availability also dictates your style sometimes.
Mhm.
And if you all followed Otaku ME from the start, that's where we started. Because UAE didn't really have any hobby shop or the availability of what you see on our like 10,000 to 12,000 plus
Items?
SK items already.
Items, yeah.
That's where we grew because we want to support the community, and hopefully the guy who have that entry, hopefully soon your area will have a proper hobby
Yeah,
shop to
it will
support
start
you.
with you, to be
Mm,
honest.
yeah.
Just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to share it to
Share,
everyone.
share so
And
it can grow.
Yeah, it will grow, and you'll be there. You'll be the one to thank for that because you're the one that really like stood with the
That's
hobby.
what happened here. We're thankful for the community, and that's why Otaku ME keeps growing because of the community that supports us too.
Oh.
And we're thankful for that.
How about for the scale models, Ali? What trends did we have?
So scale models being a diverse category in itself.
Let's
There's
just go through a few points, you know.
I mean, we've got aircrafts, cars, dioramas. But what was really interesting that I
7
saw.
categories, no? 7?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
7 categories. If we split between something that's considered more like an old
Can we go
era,
on the
as in
statistics?
World War One, World War Two, versus more modern vehicles, for example,
Okay.
the majority of the entries were actually like World War Two, World War One themed.
That always happens.
Mhm.
Like they like the World War II stuff, even on aircraft and military.
Mhm.
Because I think that's the majority of what is being produced.
Availability,
And
yes.
availability, production of manufacturers, and of course popularity. How many times can you see like a Tiger tank being reproduced? No?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Panthers, every type of Panthers that you can see. So it's there. But now I can see that a lot more manufacturers are going diverse. They are diversifying into like odd, especially with obscure models.
Yeah.
Especially with aircrafts, biplanes is kind of like popular.
Some of the more experimental aircraft that wasn't really mass produced, I've seen some of
I've
them
seen some.
like
Yeah.
turned into a model. Yeah.
Okay.
What was also interesting on the topic of being tigers and stuff, the common theme between all the military and aircraft like scale models were actually German vehicles.
There you go.
Jake is right. So I think across military and diorama, for example, we've seen a lot of the Tiger 1 and the Tiger 2 tanks. Yeah.
Tigers, there's tigers.
There are a few notables actually. Speaking of those tanks, I love a lot of the guys that did more what the kits can offer. Like they dissected the kit and started like opening detail and stuff like that. Man.
I see.
So
that.
I've seen
There's
one that it's
yeah.
like completely open, like parts are transparent, so you can actually see the
Yeah.
interior.
Personally, I like those type of builds because I like to detail my builds.
It's literally thinking outside the kit.
Yeah.
But apart from that, American vehicles are actually like the next runner-up. So we've seen a lot of American planes, but in terms of tanks, like the Bradley troop transport was the next most popular in terms of military vehicles, apart from the Tigers.
Okay. Actually, on going through the comments, William, there is also much more information available of those older war models, references, pictures. Totally correct, man. Agree.
Apparently,
And most
there's
of-
more reference for the older models than the new ones.
History
Is that-
buffs and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
guys. Like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And most of the modelers are history buffs, so they just want to recreate the history.
And one more thing that is getting popular right now, that the latest models, some, not all, some models actually have references inserted already.
yeah.
So there are booklets, especially the special edition.
It's not just a manual.
Yeah,
now.
it's
there's
colored
actually,
one.
I see those in
history.
Tamiya.
Yeah, Tamiya have a lot of, but those are like limited
Releases,
releases. They are partnered with Italeri, most of them.
Yep.
Yeah. What else?
What was also interesting to see in the dioramas category, there were like different styles of water effects. So you have like beach landings, you have waterfalls. So the way the modeler has gone in different styles of creating those water effects, I think was really interesting.
I really do like that.
How
It's
hard is
interesting.
it to make a realistic water model?
It is difficult.
Because you either make it or it's not gonna look
Um,
like water at all.
Personally, when I because I build water dioramas too, it's two ways. It's not only like pouring your water effects and stuff like that. It's recreating water, which is really difficult. How water acts, for example, when a ship goes through a water, it creates that stream and stuff. You have to do that.
And it has to make sense. It
has to
can't
make
be
sense.
random. Exactly. And the
it
thing is, the
more
body of
difficult.
water is every part of the water is affected from a certain point. So
and it has
everything
those
must
ripple
make
that
sense.
when it goes that way, you'll make sure that it has that return too. It's crazy. But I respect the guys that do build water diorama and they combine it with land. It creates that certain element of layers into your build. Water.
And there's
land.
something to say with the
landscape.
confidence of those modelers, because it's very easy to mess that up.
Yeah, true.
And not to make it
Literally,
look
it can
as
mess
much
it
as
up
what
with
you wanted.
resin. If you pour it incorrectly and its resin is hot, it'll melt your plastic.
That's actually interesting because, as you say, the water has to interact with like the model kits. There, the majority of the water effects were in the diorama category, of course. But it's not just like one model. There's several models actually interacting with that same water.
Respect to the guys who
Even
have
more,
done that.
it becomes even more complicated.
It's not like this. For example, they pour water. That's it. Done. No.
Has
Now
to
you
interact.
have to consider every element in that water environment, and it has to make sense.
That's good.
The
So
last trend, maybe, Eddie?
yeah, in aircrafts actually, when you think of aircraft models, you think of like jet fighters or like those World War II fighters. But what was actually interesting to see was we had some submissions also for biplanes.
Yay!
Mhm.
Biplanes. Man,
Now,
it's
which is
another
actually-
level. In terms of aircraft, that's the ship of aircraft.
It's harder to build. I don't know. I'm speaking from what I've seen,
Mhm.
but I think they're harder. In a ways, they're more complicated. There are more things to
Yeah.
consider for biplanes.
Biplanes, I think, respect in terms of multimedia. I think there's a lot more that you have to put. It's also true to modern planes wherein they put resin upgrade parts and stuff like that. But with
Mhm.
modern planes, you'll have to be careful of not overdoing it.
Mhm.
Because it's simpler, right? You'll have to do it with your painting style, your effects. It has to be really. They have more references. If you're a
Yeah.
judge for
Mhm.
like aircrafts, modern aircrafts have a lot more references, so it will show. Like they'll know what is wrong.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, with
There-
biplanes,
I think biplanes is also on the technical level. It's more detailed to paint.
for me personally, it's difficult.
It's
like
more complicated.
like rigging and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
difficult.
you have rigging, then
You have you have to be like really be finesse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like the World War One
doing
stuff
it.
with all those wood effects and
Exactly.
stuff.
wood effects, metal, then getting the canvas to show like it's
Mhm.
actually canvas.
Hmm.
It's
That's
tricky.
a painting technical side. So respect to that.
So we'll move on. Our next
You good, Nali?
segment, we'll be talking about like the judging mechanics for the Otaku ME Modelers Cup. Any comments that we
Need to
have to
address,
answer before we move on to that next segment?
We are clear. A lot of the guys are saying what categories they entered in, so we have viewers who.
I can see you guys are actually interacting with each other on the comment section, and
That's
I think
good.
that's amazing. You guys, we're one community, so you guys like get to know each other there.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much, guys, for like watching us right now wherever you are in the world, because I know we have a global reach right now in terms of viewers. So
How many
just
viewers now?
33,
we have
34.
33 right now.
Thank you.
And if
guys.
you can share the live stream to
Please.
your
Mhm.
social media,
Or to the
share it with
groups.
friends, with groups as well, like your scale model groups, gunpla groups. So we can get like more people watching right now.
Yep, to the
Uh,
groups that you think that have joined the competition or might be interested in the future.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of our entries, the ones that joined, pop up on every social media groups. Like
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a lot and
We
respect.
saw a lot of competitions.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next segment that we'll be talking about is we'll get a little bit more technical. It's about the judging process.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So first we'll have let's get a quick introduction of who our judges are in case people that are
Mhm.
watching is not yet aware of who the judges are.
So the judges will be Naoki,
Naoki-san.
Ide, Team, Sagawa-san, Mig, and Luka.
Luca,
Luka, yes.
Mhm.
So they are going to be they are the judges right
The
now.
6 judges
Six
that
judges,
are going through your entries right now,
Mhm.
but all the judges have specific categories that they will judge. So
Mhm.
for
The
Naoki-san,
Mhm.
he's only judging for gunpla categories, which is the open and out of the box. So he's going through your entries already, and you know his style. I don't know if preferences will matter because he can build clean builds, he can do weather builds, he can do modified, he can do
He
clean.
can do everything.
Most of.
He designed a lot of mechas for Bandai too.
Mhm.
You've seen a lot of his works on Hobby Japan magazines and all the
Mhm.
hobby magazines out there. You know the name, you know how his style is. So
Yes.
yeah,
If you know
Mhm.
Naoki, it's
yeah.
He's
No.
just Naoki.
But
Yeah.
what I can remember is from Mr. Kais, I think when he introduced judges, if you're going with only your first name, I think you made it.
yeah.
True.
Yes.
There's Tiger, there's Magic,
Yeah.
there's Michael, and
Yeah.
there's Naoki.
Then there's no okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have a comment like, how long will the judges take?
Hopefully by this week. What I can see from the judges with all this entry as experience when judging competitions like this too, it will take almost 1 week for you to go through it properly. You want to take your time to go back and forth with your, and from that, I think they'll have to discuss with us too, some clarifications they'll have to contact, and we know what the clarifications are, and we will answer those.
Yeah. So a good week.
Yeah, a
more.
good week. Within
Yeah.
this week, hopefully, and by early next week is we're targeting to like announce it. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes.
But please bear with us. It's not out of our hands. We have to make a proper how to say it. The judges needs time. That's what.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We have to
Yeah.
give them
chance.
time because if we kind of like
You
rush
can't
the
rush these
judging,
kinds of things.
it's
Yeah.
not gonna go well. You know,
Okay.
there won't be any proper judging on each of your entries.
And you have to take note too, guys. All the 6 judges are all professional modelers, so they
Oh, yeah.
probably are working in the hobby industry side. So they have the job in the hobby side, and they're still judging your
Yeah.
And
entries. So.
yeah, on that note, if you haven't realized it yet, the judges, the caliber of the judges that we have,
Mhm.
it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
It's like an all-star team of like judges. So we are very honored that
Yeah.
they all agreed to
Yeah,
be a
to
judge.
participate, and we are thankful to all of them.
Actually,
Sagawa-san,
we'll go
Naoki-san,
through them.
Yep. So
So we got
done with
Naoki.
Naoki. We're next for Ide.
Ide. So for you guys who have seen this one, so key points with Ide during all the videos, I think the video segment for the judges. Paint contrast to detail. So this one there needs to be balance and how attention on how to like push all your detailing skill in terms of painting only. It's not like detail. You have to like know where you're putting it.
It has to make sense.
Yeah, that goes to the second, attention to detailing. You know, you have to be aware on how you properly detail. If everything is there, it's just like too messy. So build idea and concept. Ide is one of the masters for that. Craftsmanship, you all guys know how
That's part of the judging.
Yes.
it's part of the judging. Creativity is a big factor, I think, with Ide. Knowing him as a friend and participating of one of the events that he judged. Creativity really like is way up there. You have to stand out among the rest to be like one of the picks
to
of
catch
Ide.
his eye. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's difficult with photos only, huh?
Yeah. That's one thing that we'll be discussing in depth later on.
Yep.
That because we did have
Some entries that we'll show you guys.
yeah.
Next would be Tim
Tim.
Harkins.
Another technical prowess guy.
He likes the basics of building. Yeah, he's
Technicality
into that.
side?
Yeah, technicality.
Paint
You
prep,
have to
see?
get the basics right.
Paint
Yeah.
prep and application. Usually from that, if you messed up on your paint prep, it will show on your painting or your final product. He will see it.
Yeah, even in the picture.
Basics to building means how you prep it. Goes back
Mhm.
seamline treatment. Techniques used means he is one of the guys that mastered scribing, plating, how positioning of your details and stuff like that. Decals, how clean it is. Watch out for Tim.
Details.
Yep. Next.
He's judging Gunpla, by the way.
Yeah.
With Ide, he's judging Gunpla categories, the 2 categories, and sci-fi.
Yeah. So
Wherein he's dipping his hand on sci-fi too.
all right. Next would be Sagawa-san.
Explain.
All right. So well, Sagawa-san is the diorama master.
He is.
He loves creating diorama.
Telling a story through diorama.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's more into the technicality of the build, impression of the work, highlights to stand out mainly, and of course the diorama, and painting style. So
He uses hand painting, no? On
Yeah,
most of his projects.
based on his interview, he mainly focused on hand painting. So
But man, if you have the chance to like look at Segawa-san's painting style, it's way
it
up
doesn't
there.
look like it's hand
It
painted.
doesn't look like it's hand painted. It's too smooth. So yeah, he does his style on plays on lights and shadows
Yes.
a lot, so it conveys, how to say it, the drama or the scenery. All his builds actually like they're talking to each
There's
other.
a lot going on. It's like
Even with
it's
just like a
it's like
tank
a
and a figure,
painting.
yeah.
You know. Yeah.
That's Segawa-san.
Right, so he'll be judging all the
Scale models. So the
categories.
7 categories for scale models he'll be judging, and he'll be in charge on that.
and the next would be Mig Jimenez. He's well, the partner, and we're
Yes.
in collaborating
Thank
with
you
Amo.
to Amo for
Yeah.
collaborating
Mhm.
with us for this event. Actually, thank you. Hopefully they're watching too or sharing our stream.
Yeah, and if you've seen Ammo's story recently, they've actually
Yeah.
posted. They have their own separate prices
Yeah, they
that
will
be
they'll
giving
be
away.
giving away.
Yeah.
So you can use those vouchers to shop on their website, and from that they can they'll send you certificates, I think, and
Yes.
assigned posters and freebies
Reviews and
from
stuff.
Amo directly. So once you order, what happens is they'll put it in your shopping cart and they'll send it to you together with your awards. So yeah,
So his
criteria, composition of the model. So another story base build that's the strong suit of your build. That's good. Detailing and application. If you've seen the video of Mig, he's more into like how you properly interact your diorama, your build, how you show it visually. It doesn't
Especially in
necessarily like for example, if it's weathered, if it's rusted, it needs to convey to you properly to like attract you. It's not only like you slap in like
Yeah.
rust and that's it. No, it have to be like properly done. Eye-catching attention, that goes back to my first 2 points. So that's it. It catch your attention and then you go in for like more detail. Detail will pull you in if it's done properly. Techniques, that goes with the 3 first points already. If the techniques used are properly done, it will show it on visual side. I think that's the case. If you're doing your techniques properly, visually it will be attractive, especially on like photos.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, and your
Originality. If you
Yes.
have, man, with Mig, I think he's been in the competition circuit for the longest times. With all the judges, I think he has the most experience in judging entries, so he knows what he's looking for. I'm not gonna question anything.
He's there looking at your entries and
Yeah.
he's looking for something.
Yes.
Especially with scale models, Migi Menes also knows many things about the actual like working vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I remember on our last competition, he raised a few points as well that were really interesting and keynotes. Like, don't just take into account the model, but take into account how the actual vehicle works in real life.
Because he does it in research to produce his line of paints, weathering stuff. He goes on research heavy. So he really go into the real vehicle, looks for photos, references to
Yes.
produce those.
Yes.
That's what I respect about the MIG products, you know.
Alright, so next would be Luca Zampriolo, aka Calamity.
Calamity.
Yes.
So
alright, one sec. So yeah, his main focus is usually like the photography, good lighting. So of course
Visuals.
it's photo competition. It has to be.
it needs to convey your
yeah,
entry properly. So again, it goes back to visuals. Visuals is really heavy on online competition. So
Yeah, attention to detailing, the
he's
basics, the prep work and stuff like that.
model presentation. That's what I've been telling. If you don't know how to present your model into like that 2D picture,
It will appeal to the judge.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yes.
So paint application is looking for that. So one of the best things that you have to note with Z or Luca is he can do and check good paint preps because he does gloss. Have you seen his works? Like he can do gloss, he can do heavily weathered mix. He does a lot of detailing. So all the Calamity kits that you've seen, those are his works, personal works.
You
So
can
that's-
search
recently
for his
finished
works.
one.
Yeah.
They're really amazing works, and then it really gives you like an inspiration.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to find like what to build next,
True.
like take a look at what he has done, and it'll truly inspire you.
It will take you years, literally, to build one kit.
You know.
I know.
So you guys, if you haven't seen it, you just go search for Calamity
Yeah,
figures or kits,
Yeah.
model kits.
Go through his site. You'll see.
On Google maybe.
Yeah. He recently finished one, and it was like,
Yeah.
how did he do this? And
Yeah.
I was like that.
It's already a kit, then he still modifies it.
Yeah.
5-star stories, he's into that.
Yeah.
So,
There-
yeah, go ahead.
There's a few comments coming in.
Mhm.
Can we expect solid criticism from the judges that we can use to improve their work?
To be honest, it's gonna be difficult for us to like do that. But before, just to like explain to you
Because there's
properly,
so much.
yeah, it will take time if we do that.
Mhm.
Because before, when we had that physical competition, we were lucky here to like invite the judges come here in Dubai to like judge our competition. And the plus points or our advantage before, and the modelers here are thankful for that, is every time there's a competition done by Otaku ME, is we usually require the judges to go around and talk to the builders.
Modeler, yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So what points is he can like improve on that. But with this online platform, it's kinda is difficult to do that unless we go through every build with the judges, wherein you have a lot of entries. I think what will happen is some of the notable ones we can actually try to ask them for you. That I won't promise that we will do. It depends on the judges, but we will try to support you as much as we can.
Yeah.
If you wanna ask like personal question for your build, what is the comment from Ide or stuff like that, we'll try to reach out, but we won't promise anything. I'll try to like maybe help you out with on the points done by the judges that I can like say. Because there will be score sheets. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
The score sheets will reflect what you
Yes,
can do,
yeah,
and I can
that's-
help you with that.
Yeah, that's another point that you can base also on your points.
Yeah, on where
how-
you can improve.
Yeah, where you can.
Because that we
yeah.
can release, like the
Yeah.
scores.
We
Yes.
can release usually.
Yeah.
And before, based on competition before, like when I see my scores on like international competition or national, they'll release your scores, right? And even on the competitions that I judge, we usually release those forms or the judging forms, and you base from the points that you gained. Like for example, in creativity, you got this points, then you're lacking on that. You improve on that. So that's the
Yeah.
best thing that we can do
that
for you.
gives you a hint
Yeah,
already.
it
of
gives
what
you a
went
hint
wrong.
on where you
If
improve
it went
already,
wrong.
and we will be transparent on that. I think
Yeah.
we're ready to show that once we have all the score sheets.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got a question as well relating to that. Are the announcement only for the champions, or there are like scores table that for all the entries? Yes, there will be scores for all the entries, but the announcement for the scores for all of them.
No, we cannot
we-
announce the scores
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of them.
Based on that, hear me out. On competitions that I've joined, one negative factor on releasing all the scores is you don't want guys that have joined the competition first time, for example, and they don't have any experience yet. And not to say that if you're the lowest, it kinda is demoralizes you, and we don't want to do that.
Yes.
So we want to encourage competition, but we don't want also to like discourage people by showing all the scores.
Yeah.
Also,
Maybe
that's
they
one.
can message us
Yes.
privately,
See,
and we can
I was
definitely
going to
send
that.
it over.
If
Sorry.
you wanna like know your scores, we can actually like send you the scores personally. So if you have like any other questions regarding your score, we will be transparent and show you your scores. But we will not show everything.
Yes.
Okay?
definitely.
You
Probably the top 10 we will show.
Yeah,
the
probably.
winners
Yeah.
for transparency. Also,
Yeah.
well, we will have to show like
Because
the
showing
breakdown
your
of
top
scores,
10, for
yeah.
example, out of 62, means those are the top caliber builders that can go head to head on the next one.
On-
So they can reach for that. And if you're not on that, assuming you'll be competitive in your mindset, you'll push for those top 10.
Yeah.
Right? You climb your own ladder, my friends, and it
Mhm.
will take time, and it's different every person.
Yes.
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 So, as Paolo said, you can send us a message either on Facebook or Instagram, or write back to us on an email, and we can show you.
We'll announce like a platform
Yes.
later on.
Yeah.
Definitely, we'll go in.
We'll do it
depth with
properly
that.
for you
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
Thank you. What's his name?
Ivan?
Ivan.
Yes.
Ivan, thank you so much for
Mm.
pointing that out. We'll improve on that, and we'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let's go over the criterias real quick. How many minutes have we been live?
Have we been blabbering?
Guys, if you have any questions, by the way, feel free to message them, and if you have anything you want to know, let us know.
We're live for an hour
For
already.
an hour,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah,
Let's
we'll go through the criteria.
Let's go quick.
So let's.
Any of you guys notice the one in front?
Yeah, by the way, it's been there since the start of the stream.
Can I
so-
get like hold it?
Yes.
Man,
Can I
this-
take it home?
Man, this is
Why
heavy. Look in comparison to my face. That's it's a big,
It's a big medal.
heavy piece of metal. Like, man, Olympics level.
Mm.
I'm
Alright,
keeping
so
this.
the
Thanks, huh?
That's right.
Yep.
So Mickey will be showing the criteria on screen, so you can
Aim for
guys
that,
can,
guys.
can look at it with us, and then James
Oh,
maybe
yes.
can like give a little explanation
Sure.
on every criteria.
I'll go quick.
Yep.
So,
Well, it's not gonna be on screen, but we'll mention it to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So for open course,
okay.
so it's going to
Gunpla,
be
right?
yeah.
Gunpla.
We're
Gunpla.
talking about Gunpla. So, there are 5 criteria for open course.
Mm-hmm.
That's concept. That's 25 points.
Mhm.
Craftsmanship, 25 points. Painting, 25 points. Image quality, 15 points. Presentation is 10 points. Okay? So let me go through it. Concept, it's one of the biggest ones. It's high scoring.
Mhm,
You know what? You need to stand out in terms of concept, right? So that's 25 points already. You need to stand out among all those ones. It's not out of the box. It's open course. So your idea should like skyrocket from
Exactly,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Craftsmanship. Even if you have the best concepts out there, if execution wise is too like technical side is too low, then you won't score high on
you won't
on
score
crafts.
as high. If you guys were paying attention and the key points for the judges, all of them mentioned that you have to have the basics done right.
Yeah. So there you go. And painting, it's also 25 points again. Means everything that you've done on concept and on craftsmanship, that will reflect on your painting, guys. So that presents it well, right? And with all those 3 joined together, image quality on how you like take a photo of your particular model. And when I was talking to the judges, usually when you see the video also, they are already pointing out on how you present it, angle it properly, how you do it in 3/4 and stuff like that. How you present your model on a picture, that's it. That's how they're going to judge it.
Exactly. That they
No
have
matter-
nothing else
Yeah.
but that.
Again, when I said even on physical competitions, like they can see your models, even how expensive, how long you take your time with building it, it only shows on the final stage. What you did on that is this, for example. Okay?
And we've had like participants asking about that I'll mention it like they're modelers, they're not photographers, and we
Yeah.
completely
We
understand
completely
Oh, yeah.
understand.
that. But because
Definitely.
of the situation right now, the only way that we can push through with the competition
Yes.
is through a photo competition. So the photo is a big part of it. That's your platform. So
Yeah.
you have to really take
And
the photos properly.
I'm sorry to say it, but there are a lot of references out there in terms of like quality of pictures. You can like take notes, follow the angles and stuff like that, and you can do it by using your phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the last one would be presentation. See, those 4 and 5, like image quality 15 points, presentation 10 points, that either makes or break your entry too.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's
Exactly.
15 points already on just the way you present your model on the last shoot.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Okay.
won't be seeing any of the 1, 2, 3 if you don't present
Yeah.
the 4 and 5
Exactly.
properly.
That will limit whatever
Yeah.
you've done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not pointing out any like models, but through examples by experience, your build is quite good.
Mhm.
Then your image is blurry or the
Mhm.
background overpowers your model,
Mhm.
so your details doesn't stand out. Then how can you judge it properly? That's the question that I want you guys to answer.
Exactly.
You know.
Mhm.
So that's for open
Open
category.
category.
For out of the box, it's for criteria. So concept 40 points, painting 35 points, image quality 15, presentation 10 points. So craftsmanship is out there, but like it in concept, you'll have to like
Think of how to paint your entry.
yeah,
basically.
so technical side would have to be how you treat your
Mm.
sim lines and stuff like that, but it
Mm.
needs to be on concept. Concept is your painting style. Is it new?
Mhm.
That's what I can say with out of the box. It's either you stand out technically or your painting is flawless for out of
Mhm.
the box build.
And that's actually what's tricky about out of the box because you have limited ways of actually expressing
Yeah.
a different concept. So you have to really think.
And the guys that I
Creatively,
think
yeah.
that participated in out of the box competition of Otaku ME, you know already what we're saying. If you followed us on our entry grade RX78,
Mhm.
those are the entries that you wanna like see on out of the box competition.
Yes.
The way you think out of the box, really.
Exactly.
Those are like
Yes.
Right?
great painting skills.
It's
For-
not like RX, they called it RX, you know.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
thinking out of the box. It's literally Otaku ME.
Yes.
Yes.
For those who don't know, actually, we had a custom paint challenge back in January and February. You can actually see some of the entries on our website, otakume.com. We have an image gallery, and you can actually reference some things there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Disclaimer though, this is the four of us talking personally on
This is
what
not the
we're looking
judges
for.
talk.
We're
Oh,
not
no.
the
Yeah.
judges. So this will still
The
depend on the
judges could
judges.
have had a totally different.
A judge can
yeah.
actually, for out of the box, I can say this now, they can actually go for a clean build, clean paint, same color scheme,
Mhm.
but it's executed flawlessly.
Flawlessly, yes. I've
See?
seen one that
Okay.
looks really great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it to
He's
yourself.
he's the out of the box guy. So.
I'm still serious about that. And,
Okay.
yeah.
What else?
Right. Next would be the
Scale models.
scale model. So let's see. Let's open up.
Scale models, I think, is gonna be the same.
Yeah. For all of them.
For out of the box, but in scale models, spectrum or the scope got bigger,
Bigger, yeah.
because it's 7 categories.
Mhm.
So judging it would be different for example, like a standalone kit and a diorama,
Yeah.
right? So let's
So-
go through it.
Yeah. There will be 4 criterias, but some of them are like merged into each other. So concept and build quality will be first. The first criteria, that's 35 points, and then next would be painting and visuals, 25 points.
No, that's big.
The third one is detailing, 20 points, and the fourth one would be image quality and presentation. That's
See?
20 points.
I keep
That's
pointing out
big,
on number
yeah.
4. That's 20 points for image quality and presentation.
Yeah.
How you convey your concept, how you show your painting style on visuals, your detailing. It shows on number 4.
Yes.
You should cover 1, 2, 3, and you should master on how to present it.
You've
That's what I'm
spent
saying.
3 months to like build the
Yeah.
kit. Like spend a little more, like an hour more,
An
just
hour
to like
more.
get the
proper
photography
shot.
right. Yeah, you
Mhm.
don't have to have like high tech equipment. No,
Usually
you
I
can use your
spend-
phone, but
yeah.
you just have to do it the right way.
I usually
And, yeah.
have spent my time setting up my photo shoot in half a day.
Mhm.
Then sometimes if you get lazy, me, I use my phone too, but I do proper lighting. If you guys can see my photo, it was
Lighting is
taken
very
by
important,
a
yeah.
camera phone.
Yeah, even I just take a photo of whatever I build and then I just take my 5 minutes
Felipe.
to take photo.
Hi guys, just thinking out loud. I think it will be fun if we can have category only for past winners, like battles of the best sort of thing. Maybe when COVID is over, so we can do it like. Again, Felipe, we can do that, but we don't wanna do that yet. It's too early for us because we only have how many competitions. So saying it's the best of the best, I can say only 2-3 dominant guys that are really joining the competition and winning constantly. So it still is like too early for that to happen.
Yes.
If we're saying best of the best, they have to be the best of the best. And when saying best of the best is like you're consistently winning for the past 10 years already. That's for me personally.
We're pretty young. at
Yeah,
this.
so it's
Yeah.
still early.
We're still
So we
growing,
can't
we're
do that.
still-
And
yeah.
I've seen that done already in Philippines personally. We don't want to do that because you have to like challenge people to like go for the best ones. This is my intention. If you're doing competition,
Beat the best.
beat the best. If you want to be the best, beat the best.
Yeah.
That's me. Like personally.
Same. Yeah.
The only way you improve, the only way you get competitive in competition circuit or let alone is you have to go and
Yep. I still haven't
challenge
beaten
the best ones
Vinci.
out there.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I still haven't beaten Vinci, so
Yeah.
I'm not done yet.
I hope it's not yet retired, so you're still
I
gonna
hope-
challenge
yeah, yeah,
Vinci.
he's still
Vinci,
building,
you're
bro.
still out there.
Yeah.
So someone,
So I hope that answered your question, Felipe.
someone
We're
wants-
still young. Hopefully in the future, but not now.
Yeah.
Not now, really.
Someone also asked when the results will be. So just to follow up, we've already passed all the entries to the judges. We're waiting on the scores from
Yeah.
them. That will take some time.
This week, around this week, and hopefully by
Hopefully.
next week we can like announce it because we given time. Don't think that we didn't give them like schedules. We did.
Yep.
So we just giving them ample time to think and go back through their results back and forth so they know that they
We
are
know that they're doing their part of the competition. We just don't want to
to rush them because
rush them. Yeah.
they're all working too, same as us.
Yes.
And me, I'm busy with the new store. So
So updates will be announced on our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, once they are ready. Once everything is all ready, those announcements will be there if you're following us.
Yeah, and we'll have another live stream for that for sure. A
Yeah.
longer live stream to just announce the winners.
and that will be fun because we're
Yeah.
showing the entries
Exactly.
already.
We're very excited. And I know most of you guys are
Thank you still for the
asking
guys-
for it. Yeah.
that are here.
Yep.
Okay, next one. We need your help with this one, James. So just to give the viewers a little insight on how a judge mind works in
Okay.
terms of judging in a competition, especially a big one.
Okay.
So you've judged a lot of competitions already,
Yeah.
and you've also
I
been.
just finished one now.
You just finished
Yeah,
one.
like yesterday, this morning.
And your own experience as a participant in like GBWC, like one of the biggest competitions in the world. Just give us like an insight first, like how a judge thinks, what makes them tick in terms of like.
Okay. So I'll go through it quickly. I usually like it depends on the type of competition. It also is, for me, I categorize it as two. I divide it as two: physical competition and online competition. That's totally different. But the judging criteria will also dictate this too, right? So for physical competitions, there are like factors that usually happens. Factors is the criteria, the judges matters, your area, how the
The lighting.
I think I mentioned this on our live stream,
Yeah.
Paolo, when I highlighted joining competitions like GBWs and stuff. You have to understand your environment actually on physical competitions. How you present your models, how you angle them, that matters on physical competition. And it gets tricky, for example, on a bigger competition like this one, on an online competition, because you're showing and submitting only photos.
Yes.
Okay, with physical competition, a judge can like go through your kits, not holding it. That's
Looking
no.
around, yeah.
Looking around, he can shine a light and stuff like that, and look for. Some guys usually look for mistakes. Those are the judges. That,
That's their job. Yeah.
That's their job. Look for mistakes.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
part of it is looking for mistakes, even on online platform. That's one. That's the reason why we ask for high-res pictures, clear pictures, so people can see where you concentrated it. But the advantage or disadvantages on online competitions are people tend to like angle, for example, this one. They angled it in a certain way that you're covering most of the beautiful angles usually. So you have to know what part of the entry you need to show. Not that I'm telling you to cover your mistakes. No,
Yeah.
that will still show.
That will still show, yeah.
I've seen some entries on this current build that did that. I actually like nitpick it. He's hiding this one.
Yeah.
Lighting is a lot of shadows and stuff like that. With online competitions, you have to be clear and precise. If you wanna like be competitive, just be, how to say it, the confidence level, like it really shows everything. It needs to like stand out. One, for online competition, your entries needs to stand out from the first photo. Okay,
Once
Guess,
the
yeah.
judges open it,
once they open it, you should like
okay, they make you
Get-
scroll
said the
up.
bad word already.
That draws them in.
It draws
That
you
makes them
in, then they'll
interesting.
start zooming in and out.
Yeah.
That happens also in a physical competition.
Mhm.
What goes through a judge's mind is when you go through it, like we don't like judge in particular everything. You do, okay? You go back to Mig's video. He even said it. Like he have hundreds there. He doesn't like go through it one by one initially. He go through everything, and what pulls him, he notes that down. That's the same with me. And that's I'm gonna be saying this. It's gonna be the same with the judges. Now, what attracts them on the first open, or the first thing that they see, they'll note that down. It's already like there. Mental note, you can say. So on judging, judges usually create this mental note that these are the best ones. They'll have that list. Shorten the narrow the list first. If you have 100 entries there, we narrow it down to like best 20. Then from those best 20, we'll start noting the strengths and stuff like that. Then you're down to 10. Then from that 10, I'll start noting down mistakes, and that narrows it down to 5. Then from that, I'll call it my top 3. That's how we usually judge. And I've seen that also in international competitions. When I was like in participating GBWC, the Japanese judges usually notes down your strengths, the best ones on your entry, and they will tell you also the ones that you messed up or your mistakes. It was done that way before.
Very
It's a bit
diligent,
harsh.
like very
It's
efficiently.
not harsh. It's where you improve.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you cannot like grasp that mistake and improve
You'll
from
never
that,
grow.
Definitely.
you'll never
You
grow. A
only
lot
grow
of the guys
through
here,
failure, yeah.
I've been talking. This guy. I really point all the mistakes. If they don't grow from that, then they'll never be a good model. Like
What I mean is like it sounds like
Mm.
harsh, but
Yeah,
that's how it is. You have to grow
You
from
have to
there.
take it and learn from it.
in
Yeah.
simplest way, it is the truth.
That's
So
your reality.
that's how entries are judged. And even with the 6 judges now, I know that they have their own particular style of judging. Either I've known him for a long time, Ziluka.
And before you go there, you have insider
yeah.
knowledge with those guys because
Yeah.
you are able to like actually talk to those
Talk to
guys
them,
in a
so,
regular basis.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
So
we
you
talk.
really know.
I know
they're-
how their mind works, how
Yeah.
they, for example, when they judge things, for example, keep saying for example, because there's a lot that we have talked about. There are entries that wants to like stand out, but the thing is, you don't have to do that in a way. You have to.
Sometimes the
you
simpler
have to
way,
like
yeah,
balance things.
It has
you
to
know?
make sense.
It has
More
to
sense.
make sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like everything stands out. So there you go. It's just a process of elimination. First is what stands out. They'll go through that, then deduct until they get the top 3 or top 5. From top 5, top 3. That's what I know.
Okay.
Clear? Any
Clear.
questions, guys?
But then again, this won't affect the judging.
Yeah. Everything that we say here has no influence in the judging whatsoever.
Mhm.
This is just us
Yeah.
discussing the upcoming stream,
Mhm.
which would be the judging or the final scores.
The
So
announcement.
To tell you
Yeah.
honestly,
Mm.
when I've talked to the judges, we're all different. My
Yeah.
preference is different from their preferences. So how will I sway those biases? No, I will not. It's their choice.
mm,
Yep. So
Alright.
there we go. So next
Okay.
would be the discussion of 10.
Yeah, so like we said
Aha.
earlier, we will not be showing any of the entries
How many?
today, but we will show some random kits.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Ooh.
all of them though.
Yeah,
Parts
no,
of
no,
them.
no, no. These are their picks.
Yeah,
Our picks.
so it's either you know them because you made them, or you
Please don't mention the name. We don't want
Please
to-
don't say it in the comment section.
Okay.
But just to keep the
How many are
surprise.
still watching?
33 still.
Mm.
Wow. Thank you for sticking around, and this
Yeah.
is your prize. Like, we're show
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
some
So-
snippets.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been asking for that, show the entries, but yeah, we'll just give you a little sneak peek today.
I'm excited actually. Are you guys
Mm,
excited?
yes, definitely.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely an American aircraft. I don't
What makes you
So,
say
so
that?
scale model
Yeah.
category aircraft.
Alright. So I'll show them the full photo so they can
Mhm.
see it. One sec.
Because we can see the full image. You're gonna see.
Just
What you guys
tiny
can do
part.
right now is actually like take note, or you can compare it. You can even compare it to your own work. Like these are
Mhm.
things that we found really
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah,
So what we're showing to you guys is like it's not the winners. It's
Yeah,
just
it's not
yeah,
the
yeah,
winner.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. It's the one that we randomly pick that stands out.
This is
for
what
us.
we wanted, not the judges wanted.
Yeah.
All that matters is what the judges
maybe
want.
not really
Yeah.
what we wanted. I just randomly
But who
picked
knows?
something.
He randomly picked, okay?
randomly picked something.
But who knows?
No.
yeah, who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. So this is the aircraft.
Mm.
Yeah, it's an aircraft build. I think it's on a
Modern
bigger
jet.
scale.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like how. Okay, you keep
This is
saying
134, I think. Is
34,
it?
32nd?
132nd. Ah, okay,
32nd or
130.
72? I think this is 72. 72.
We can check.
No problem. But as
Oh,
for
I don't
this
know.
pick, yeah, it's one of the latest kits out there.
Mm.
Mhm.
And he did a fantastic job on painting it realistically.
Yeah.
Weathering on those wingtips, details stands out. You
It's
don't
been through
see,
a lot,
yeah. But usually, Mickey, when this one you put it side by side with a real aircraft, it's
Mhm.
there. You see all the mottling, the fading,
Mhm.
and stuff. Those are the ones that you look for me personally with an aircraft, because painting an aircraft can be dull if you don't do those effects. It's just gray.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like that in real
Yeah.
life.
Mhm.
But if you
Never.
look at this, the precision in how like the patches, blotches, fading, and stuff like that of the effects, layers upon layers of painting techniques. I looked at the guy.
And actually, the first thing I saw is the figure inside. I think the figure is very cleanly.
Oh, there's a figure. There's a figure.
There's a pilot.
Oh no! So yeah, spoiler. Whoever you are. So yeah, there is a figure inside, and
Yeah.
Nicely
yeah,
painted.
it's amazingly painted.
Yeah, you can see all the highlights, strap details, and even the anti-skid. I like it.
Here.
And not a spot of decal silvering, and that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
James, I have a question regarding
It's
like
me.
if you're
Oh.
good at painting, if you're good at painting, like let's say the aircraft, but you're not that good in painting the pilot, would you rather not
Yeah.
add the pilot in?
Yeah, especially for competitions.
Mhm.
If you're doing competitions, you play with your strengths. I usually
Yeah,
say
yeah.
to my friends or to
Exactly.
the guys that are asking me for
Mm.
advice. You play your strengths, and you practice on your weakness.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because you don't want to show like an unfinished one.
Mm.
But this one, you can see the confidence
Yeah.
already.
I'm telling you guys, the figure, it's
Mm.
very well painted.
Yeah.
I didn't really
The
like
missile, yeah.
zoom in on everything when I picked this, and then now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you did great, no?
Because
Picking
this is
one.
this is exactly
See?
what the judges will be
Yeah.
doing, zooming
That's what
in
he said.
and
He, like,
finding all the details.
He just picked randomly what he liked from the first photo, and that's what he found. So this is good. So let's continue with the
Next one.
last one.
Okay, so this
Oh.
One of my favorites actually.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's very catchy.
It's
You think?
unique.
It's
Yeah.
unique.
Mm.
Yes.
In our, like, compared to our
You
previous
guys can see the details, no?
I hope he's watching right now, so
Oh, yeah.
you see the.
Yeah, I hope he's watching and he's not gonna say it's his entry.
but don't say it's yours.
Please don't.
But,
But you guys, if you guys are from the region, you can probably tell what it is.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing about this, can I say it? How it's
Yeah,
built?
yeah.
It's scratch built.
Scratch build.
Yeah.
Full scratch build.
Full scratch.
it
Yeah.
is mad how he got, like, all those small details. in.
Not only that, how you did those trimmings, the paintwork, the trims you can
yeah.
see.
Oh hey. Oh yeah, I forgot to open the.
No need. Just that alone can win.
So we weren't even looking at the whole
The whole
picture.
thing.
We were looking
Yeah.
at the same thing you guys are seeing. But yeah, wow.
Okay, let's just say the first one was an aircraft. This one is Paolo.
There's a specific name for that.
It's a tram.
The tram. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
The Dubai tram.
It's a scratch built tram.
Is it still the same that we're using right now, or this is
No,
the
no.
old school one, right?
This is the old school one, but it is operational still.
Yes, it's still. But I think it's in like some of the malls. I think they still display it.
Like a
An
display.
guide thing, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
We'll have to schedule it. So we'll take this photo and see it one by one. Okay, next. But no, this one we like.
Full
Yeah.
scratch builds.
Another question, James. Does it affect it? Like, if you compare two builds, let's say identical builds, and the other one was from a model kit, the other one was scratch built, as a judge, does it give you... Did you give an advantage to the scratch built one or from the model?
Mickey said actually it's a good question, then I concur.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but you can answer
Okay.
that. What do you...
The only thing that can like matter is how you present it, right?
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
So even if it's a scratch build or it is a model,
Mm.
in a competition setting, you'll have to pick the one that really is technical side is flawlessly built.
Mm-hmm.
A scratch built one will score on like his scratch building in terms of how to say it,
Creativity, maybe.
the pre-painting.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
creativity in scale. But then again, you see the guy that did the scale model and redetailed it. For example, like perfected the details and painted it very well. Of course, this one will win in a competition setting. Okay,
Yeah.
because
The live competition.
the competition,
Like a physical.
the physical competition or on a photo, even on an
Okay.
online. What you show on the last one will be the one that is judged. It doesn't matter how expensive your model, how long you took to build it, scratch build it, or whatever process that you
Yes.
went through it in building it. The only one that matters is the finished product.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Whoever stands out as the finished product will win.
Yeah.
But if the model doesn't really have the details, of course, the scratch build
But
one will.
kudos to the scratch builders.
Of course.
It's really like
Hey, mad respect to
it's a
scratch
crazy endeavor to actually attempt. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I had a good discussion with Ide regarding scratch building and kit bashing. But that's another lesson for you guys.
We'll do a live stream for it.
Yeah, we'll do a live stream for it.
Next one, Mickey.
Maybe Ide will be there.
Oh,
It
interesting.
doesn't matter. It will be interesting.
Alright, so next.
And I
will
hope
be
Ide will be joining us on that.
This one is the diorama.
Oh. Diorama.
This is diorama.
Can you guys guess what it is?
It's claws.
So the picture that you show them is very misleading if I just base it on that picture.
Okay.
But you you guys can have an idea what it is, but
It's
you
as a diorama entry, you can already tell.
you probably
it's
don't have any
diorama.
idea where those things
For
are
someone
coming
who
from.
makes diorama, they will
Yeah.
understand it. And this one actually, like, this is the only one that I see in the entire diorama that is in
Means
this.
you're biased to it.
Maybe. No, yeah, it's the unique another.
It's very hard to
unique
pull
entry.
this off.
Yeah.
A lot of people tries it because it's a good effect,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but you don't really pull it off
Mm.
correctly. Like
Because-
most of the some of the that I've seen doesn't really pull it off correctly because it's easy to like
Overdo it. get
overdo it
sloppy
and
on it.
like break the illusion.
Mhm.
Because obviously it's an illusion. Those are missiles.
Yes.
And those are like the smoke coming from the
Hmm.
missile,
Yes,
but it's very easy to break
Yeah,
that
what
illusion.
what got my attention actually to this is
This
that
has lights?
yes, the lights are
Oh.
on the end of the missiles. The positioning of the missiles, they're not like all in one direction.
Yeah,
you know,
like-
they have
They spread
They're
out.
like a scatter
Yeah,
missile.
This one actually happens in like launcher systems.
yes.
Mm.
It's not like your typical one line missile launch
Exactly.
like that.
And I'm a
It's-
fan of this build,
Yeah,
so yeah,
'cause
win-win.
You don't have to aim. Every missile has their target already, so you
Trajectory.
just launch them and then they'll just go
Mhm.
seeking the target. Yeah.
So in terms of diorama, this dynamic one can
Mm.
I'd
ticks-
also-
checks your checklist box.
I'd also like to add on your point, Mickey, that because the missiles don't go in like a perfect straight line, it shows actually a bit of weight to the model.
Mm.
It's more
Scale.
realistic, yeah. It's scale and it's weight. So I think that also plays a huge part in the thing.
Felipe has a really good point actually, and this is good. Like Felipe is actually joining us in actually dissecting the model. Felipe said like if you painted the cotton more, it would be better, and I agree. I think the cotton is a little bit on the very clean side.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think Felipe, it is
It's act-
painted,
it's painted.
and it's when you're zooming in, we're looking at the bigger picture. It is painted and there is light effects, so yeah, you can see it.
Mm.
It doesn't show on this image because it's just cropped, but when you like zoom in on the bigger ones, it does. So
It does,
thank
yeah.
you for pointing that out.
Yeah,
It is painted.
And
In
guys,
some
yeah.
angles, actually, it shows the burn.
Yeah, it has the burn effects and those transition from that light burst. Puff, when yeah, it is.
Amazing. Amazing.
Right.
Okay.
Next one.
Maybe this one just got blurred out because it highlighted
Because
on
of the focus,
Yeah,
most
yeah,
probably,
the focus.
Oh, this
Oh,
late night coffee.
late night coffee.
Obviously, that's a diorama. Is that?
Yeah.
It's figure actually.
Mm.
Ho ho. Oh.
Do you guys remember what James said, that if the judges say "ho" right from the first photo, you know it's a good build.
You picked this randomly?
I think so. I did.
The neon
Well, there's
coloring.
only 8s from
Yeah.
figure line.
Is that light or paint for
Paint.
the neon coloring? That's paint.
That's paint.
This is
This is an image, but the one that is on the entry, it's
this
paint.
one's paint. Yeah,
Oh,
fluorescent
okay,
colors.
okay.
Yeah. But this
Paint.
light effect. Yeah.
Paint.
I should have shown this side. Then.
Yeah.
It's all paint, guys. If
Yeah.
you'll see this on the
On
it's
the
all.
Yeah.
we'll announce it.
Sorry, guys. What?
Everyone is speechless.
Yeah, no, what we're looking at is very different from what you guys are looking at, so you can't really appreciate it now. But we're speechless.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I showed you guys something. Okay.
But yeah, it's amazing.
Let's go for sci-fi.
Whoa.
This is. What's the scale of this? I forgot the
I
scale.
think it's 1/700. It's something,
Whoa.
You know,
it's something like one.
That's small.
I'm just like stating the obvious. Those are like little figures. So that is just like small, very detailed figures inside the hangar, I think, of a giant ship.
Giant ship. And if you're into Gunpla, yeah, you already recognize it as Zaku. Tiny Zaku.
Let me see which scale is this. I forgot.
I think the base kit is one of those.
Don't tell me it's scratch built again.
1/7 scale and the base.
1,700 scale.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's the available ship, no?
Mhm.
The EX models?
no,
they're the
it's
old-
resin, I think.
Huh?
An old resin.
Okay. Because man, this ship is actually popular.
Mhm.
For the Gunpla guys there, I think you know it already.
So guys, the image that you're seeing is like
A small part of it.
1 out of 10th of the whole thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep in mind the scale. It's 1,700 scale. That is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Zaku
We
is
actually
there.
did like multiple layers of weathering. The green actually has 4 tones.
Yeah,
Man,
there's
it's good.
one here and then the middle. He did masking. I think.
Yeah. It's like a splinter camo
Yeah,
or
and
stuff.
here as well.
I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as we are, because
Yeah.
it's basically it's giving you an idea of how tough the competition is this year.
Yeah.
Because it is very tough. That's probably why the judges are also taking their
They
time.
are my uncles.
Mhm.
Ah. Daphne.
Ah, not me.
Hi, Daphne.
Hi.
Hi.
They are my uncles.
Who?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Daphne's here. She's watching. Okay. Next.
I'm their mini house sometimes. Yes, you are.
Oh.
This is a ship.
Definitely one of the ships.
Yeah.
The 4 ships.
One of the 4.
Okay.
One of
so
the
yeah,
4.
One of
Yeah.
the 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you
that's-
can see what we were discussing. It's how small the details can be with ship builds.
Let's see the scale of this.
I think 1:700.
Where is it?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, 350. 350.
Some people would think that if there's like fewer entry
it's-
on a category,
Like
that
700. Yeah.
there's
It is this one.
it's a good thing. Not sometimes not really.
No.
Because if you have like an overpowered build on that category, it's just like, oh no.
I think this is.
My dream
Clean
for
painted?
like our ship category in the future would be those full scratch galleon ships,
Mm.
like from balsa wood.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you guys?
We've always had few ship
Yeah.
builds
Mm.
entered.
Man,
yeah.
but this one, I love how he did the split. Man, that's difficult to do.
Yeah, this one.
I think it's hand painted, no? No.
Let's see. We have a list here. Wait.
See? Mickey is our data guy. He knows everything if you did hand painting.
Yeah, it's both hand painted and
When he
hand-
did
airbrush.
those splits on the
Mhm.
camel, then he did hand
Yeah,
painted. You can
this
see
is
that.
masked and then
Yeah.
the rest are like
Hand painted.
Hand painted.
Props, and I think I see like a drilled turret.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, there.
So yeah, additional detail, like
Yeah.
very tiny detail that some might not see.
Already like tiny
Yeah.
turrets, and they still like drilled.
Actually, in an actual for a ship in an actual competition, it might be not easy to see
Mm.
because it's very small. But
Mm.
in a picture, you can zoom in and you can see everything.
I've seen competitions where the modeler actually provides magnifying glasses.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's
So
it.
yeah,
I joined
last
competition
year,
like that.
Yeah,
It's
so they
on
can actually
IPMS.
just see on the tiny ones.
IPMOs also. On our
Yeah.
competition,
In
we
one
had
competition
that.
last
Yeah,
year,
that
someone had like those really
Like,
tiny tanks. Yeah.
The magnifying glass was this big. The entry was that. You have to-
I have that photo and
You have it?
it took me like 10 shots just to get one
Clear shot.
photo. Yeah.
Okay.
That's also something interesting because when you look at the model, like you mentioned, that's 1/700 scale.
Mhm.
I mean, when you look at the image, it looks more blown up. You see all the small details, so
Yeah.
it kind of illusions and masks the sense of the
That's
scale.
part of the presentation, you can say.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
And he did it well here.
Yeah.
actually.
I like the rigging too. Not much for a ship because it's one of the modern ones.
Mm.
But kudos.
Do we have any comments?
Yeah. Speaking of which, how often is the 1350 Yamato available? and we'll be seeing more ships with detail sets in your store.
Hopefully too. We always do like if we have the opportunity or if the order opens up, we do order those Yamato ships.
Mhm.
Because the Yamato ship is just reproduction again by Tamiya. If you're talking about that ship,
After so many years.
after so many years, they reproduce it again. If the orders opens up again, maybe in the future will happen.
Mhm.
And you'll definitely know if you click on our website and put notify me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can visit our website, go to the product page for any item that's out of stock. You can just leave by your email, click notify me. Then once it's back, we'll email you.
Joseph
from the-
Karanungan.
He's got a question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say the photo quality is important. Should we edit the photos to improve contrast, saturation, and sharpness? The photos I submitted were straight out of the camera without cleanups and edits. That's actually a good point.
Mhm. The one you
And
submitted is the one that is correct. It has to be raw image. It only matters on how you take the photos.
yeah, actually now that there's a lot of like here's where we've learned things on photo edits and stuff like that. I've learned from other guys too and on other competitions that I think will apply on the next competition is I think I'll have to agree with Joseph on in terms of like saturation correction of lighting only.
Mm-hmm.
That I think in the future is a good point that we'll have to add in on the rules so we can do an improvement on the next competition. We were as our management and the marketing team also discussed, we were really afraid on this competition that photo edits will just go out of control. So that was where we created that rule that no photo edits are done. Now that we know the boundaries on where we can improve, I think this is a good call to like open up discussion on inclusion of photo edits in terms of lighting, saturation, and stuff. Because a lot of you guys are like shoot in RAW. I shoot in RAW and I edit on Lightroom, which is I think is very acceptable. Thank you, sir. And we
Lightroom,
will.
yeah. I've seen some, some other photos in online that they use only Lightroom
Yeah,
to take.
that is very good point. And actually, we'll have to like do a correction on the next one. We'll have to do that too.
Yeah, but in this competition, we actually had to like control that.
Yeah, because we don't know, guys. Like this is our like gauge again. This is how we improve.
Yeah.
As we keep on like growing, this is the first time that we open the competition worldwide too. Right? So
And of
I
course,
think
it's easy also to find out who edited their photos.
we do find out. So
Yeah, we know who edited their photos, and they know already that we know. So
because you'll receive like an email.
you probably received an email.
Some guys just got sneaky and sometimes they put their own tags and stuff like that there. We will see, but that will be reduced and we will improve on the next one. And pretty sure I'll have to like consider this one too. Sharpness, yes.
So excellent point there, Joseph.
Yeah, I
But I
agree.
think, in his entry, he submitted the raw photos, which is the correct one.
And I've seen a lot of raw images that was submitted. I think the ones that we saw also here were raw images, like the aircraft. Those are raw
Yeah,
images.
those are raw images.
Alright.
So next, we're going for
Thank you.
tank. So this one, actually, I literally picked it because
You just pick it from the first batch.
no, because I'm actually been interested in this kind of tank. I don't know what it is, but you know what it is, right? So
Yeah, it's not the regular one.
Not
That's a
your
huge tank in real.
yeah, not your regular tank.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
we don't
Not the
have
huge
this
one,
kind
the
of
small one. This is the small one.
Is this a small one?
Yeah, it is a small one.
Okay, but the shape is the same. So you see me?
This is like a one-man tank.
Nope.
No.
There's
That's
one,
huge.
two, three,
Oh,
four.
okay.
This is
That's
a big
huge
tank.
one. Okay.
There's, the one that you see on the photo is just the gun turrets at the
Yeah.
Side, yes.
So
So the weather, it looks.
the weathering on the tracks very like it's very natural looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, washes, the effects, mud
There's a lot.
effects,
Rustings,
discoloration. Yeah, yeah, pretty much ticked off. I
Even
like this
the
one.
chipping on the paint.
The paints, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially around the gun turret, because that thing swivels from side to side, so the paint scratches
Ah.
off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That should be drilled out now. For me, at least.
He's not a judge.
I'm not a judge. I'm sorry, I'm not a judge.
Yeah. So that's just one side of it, but it is something that
It
I
really
kinda
helps
like.
to have a reference or like a real photo reference.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
here again, I'd like to point out the sense of scale. When you're doing your effects, you have to be careful too. If you
Yes.
overdo it, it kind of shrinks your model a lot way more if you
Yeah.
overdo your
Mm.
weathering, chipping, and stuff. like
But the
that.
ring has to be in scale
Yeah.
as well.
This
Yeah.
looks a lot, but it like the weathering is like a lot, but it makes sense on in
Effects
terms
like
of
visuals
effects,
and
yeah,
stuff.
in
Yeah,
visuals, yeah.
It kind of is catchy. It pulls you like to see more.
Mhm.
By the way, Mickey, I've noticed that we haven't had a Gundam
That's gonna be
entry yet.
Yeah.
So that just says something about the caliber of the scale models that
Yeah,
we have.
he
in
likes
this
scale models
competition.
now.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
Sorry guys.
A gunpla guy that shipped that scale models.
I'm gonna go scale models.
Any more comments, Ali, that we have to address?
Nope, we're clear.
Yep. So next would be we're going for Gunpla now. So,
Okay.
But if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments and we'll try to address them.
mhm.
But Mickey, if you can show like the gunpla.
Okay, we've got
Ooh.
this is out of the box.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Feels like modified. No.
It is out
Yeah,
of the box.
okay, so man, looking at that, the layers of paints.
Mhm.
It has the
Layers and
illusion of modified.
Yes.
So if you actually
True.
If you
say
know
that
the
it's
kit,
modified,
yeah.
actually he did the right thing.
He did
He did his job. Yeah, exactly.
But if you know the kit itself, it has that a lot of details hidden underneath. With
I
just
wonder
clear
if they
black.
can guess what kit it is.
I
Guys,
can
if you're
guess.
watching right now,
Oh, yeah,
if you
yeah,
can
definitely.
guess what the kit is,
I'll guess. $10.
You know who it is.
But this is a good
what
how
can
to
you say
it?
about the painting style, James?
Painting
It's,
style is what Ali already noted on his how to say highlights on what it's one of the metallic builds actually. Metallic builds, but this one stands out because on I think for me on how he layered and top of layers and layers. But again, it's not overly done. Some guys usually like layers, and it's too conflicting already.
Everything is more concise and controlled. It
Yeah.
blends in very nicely with each other.
The color scheme actually is
Yes.
complementary to each other. It's not like
Yeah.
overly contrast.
Exactly, yeah.
Correct?
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I
Nice.
like the orange though.
You're not showing orange, swear. Just joking.
Oh, there's
we're
an
looking,
orange there.
we're looking at the full picture. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he did an orange there, but there's a bit
See
of,
how
a
the
bit
quality of
of
the builds are
whites.
really.
Yeah, this is an out of the box category, just a paint job, but I think just the way he detailed and
And
brought
going
everything
back
up.
to
Who is this guy?
the criteria that we've been saying, the way he presented the model, angle, shots,
Mhm.
Yeah.
image, the quality of image, that's the reason why Mickey picked it.
I like the
Makes
photo.
sense.
One photo shows a lot of detail.
Mhm.
It does.
Yeah.
It showed a lot already from like one side only. You can just imagine if we show you all the 5 images, then the highlight photos, you know.
I think this wasn't the highlight. This is just one of the other 6
Too
images.
much info na.
But
Yep, next. So, alright, so,
Felipe already won $10, Mickey.
it's your bet. Okay, so we're going for open category. This time I picked 2.
2.
Okay, this is from the open category.
Mhm.
So that's this.
it's just a blind bet.
Everyone
Come on.
knows this. Come on, guess.
if you know what it is,
It's a
leave a
potato.
comment.
Yeah.
Alright, so this
It's a nightingale.
It's Blastoise from Pokemon.
Man, see?
It's very clean.
Paint job. Yeah, the one that stands out is
Mhm.
the paint job. Clean. It's modified, Mickey?
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of
And
detailing.
the color scheme that he
This is
chose,
modified.
or he or she chose, it's not that far from the actual
Mhm.
kit. So it's very believable. It's like in the same universe. You didn't really like change a lot of things, but
He actually like drilled something here.
Drilled,
kind-
Koto.
Yeah, it kind of like separates the binder where it actually shows that
Yeah.
separation.
The
thing.
typical, how
Separation.
to say it? What you can see on a resin kit that
Mhm.
separates it, no?
Yeah, the funnel sections. So he did that kind of illusion by doing that.
In terms of scale, kinda is like huge now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just 144 and
Yeah,
of course
it is
this
huge.
kit is big.
It is.
It's a good nightingale, no?
But if you actually compare to the normal
joking.
build, there's a lot that this modeler has
Mhm.
done in terms of the detail, the paint.
Mm.
What I especially like is the two-tone paint effects. I mean, with the green, for
Oh,
example.
I see some cracks there.
James
Oh,
is already judging.
I saw a crack.
Yeah, there's a crack. Okay.
Oops.
okay. So it also shows you that any small details that you probably miss.
Because you'll zoom in on those
yeah,
details that
judges
you
can
like.
see it. Yeah, you can't really hide a lot. So yeah, there's.
Alright, so
Felipe gives like, yeah.
so the next one.
Kacak niya.
I don't know, but well,
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
gonna hide the other one because
Okay.
This one, yeah.
Zoom in.
If you guys can guess what this kit is,
everyone is zooming in and out now. Tururut, tururut.
Can you zoom in on YouTube? You can, right?
They
No.
can?
Go
You-
full
you can.
screen.
Full
Go
screen.
full screen.
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is just one part of
an entire
several hundred parts.
This is open category, and then this entry just went.
Just imagine that's just the
way
foot.
Open.
It's huge.
Are you sure it's not the hand?
I think finger.
Oh, it's a finger. Okay.
That's
But
just
nice.
The one we're
finger.
showing you guys
The-
is
The one that
something-
you can see now, it's just a part of those detailing. It's
Mhm.
what we're saying.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If you pull in those details, you have to make sure that you do it correctly and not overdo it.
Mhm.
Like this one stands out in particular for me.
Oh, the visor gave it away. Okay, it's a good stuff, Carl.
Yep.
I think
Someone
most of
said
the guys here knows it. Like
Yeah.
guys are giveaway.
Visor is good. So
Choco
yeah.
Falcon is here. Hi Choco. Hi Daniel. David.
It's a Gustav Carl. That's a base kit, but man,
It doesn't look
forget
like a
about the
card
Gustav Carl.
Forget about Gustav. It's no longer Gustav. That we can say.
anymore. Alright, so
It became Gustavo.
Gustavo Carlo.
You can see the difference between concepts, craftsmanship,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how they
True.
Good point, Mickey. Now that they are side to side,
Yeah.
made their
you can
own
see
handling.
on
Yeah.
how it can like boil down to how you detail it, your
Mm.
concept wise, how you can execute it perfectly in terms of
Felipe
painting.
says he knows the guy, but I don't know if you're right or wrong, but
We all know
better
too.
not. just better not to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
give
yeah.
any
Don't give it away.
information. Don't give it away.
Yeah.
But
You
of
might be
course,
right.
yeah.
You'll know in the judging. Yeah.
But of course, it doesn't mean that one is detailed, one is clean.
Yeah.
One stands out on the other.
It's
It's definitely will go boils down to the judges on how
yeah,
they see
it depends on the judge.
see what you see now is part of it, okay?
Mhm. How they
It's
see it
not
as a-
how you are being judged. When they blow it up like in a full photo,
Mhm.
a judge can actually see it if it's like really good as a full photo, a full build,
Mhm.
or is it only good for a highlight? You can see from these
Mhm,
two
mhm.
example of Mickey already. Mickey on the left side is just showing a binder, but if you look at the full build, that can actually like go head to toe with this fully detailed mech. That is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter how detailed it is, or how.
Is it just a binder?
Yeah,
It's just one finger.
That's the thing. So yeah.
It's a one-to-one scale.
A finger.
So it's the whole build that it's being judged.
Mm,
Even
yeah.
if you like put in a lot of detail on that, it can go head to head with another clean build. It can. It can. Definitely can.
While there are different styles at play, I think it's a good
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ali opened up about styles.
It's just about the modeler style, and it shows that there's no one better than the other. It's just like how the style is portrayed and how the judges take in your style.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guided by those criteria, Ali.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But
So
it,
we're done.
we're done. But I think it also just goes to show you the potential that these kits have. So there's different styles and approaches on how to do your builds.
Mhm.
I was interested how Felipe said, like, I know this guy. With you, James, like, if you see a build, you can tell
Yeah.
in a way,
Yeah.
like, who's the builder, right? Based on, like, there's like a recurring
If
style.
you've seen a
Right,
lot of
right now,
Mm.
yeah,
yeah,
I
I've
think
seen a lot of
Mm.
works of the same person, and then you see a work that you don't know who's who.
Mm.
You might think it's that same person
Mm.
unless you clarify
Yes.
it anyway.
because there's a lot of guys there that really have references or idolizes the good builders
Mm.
before and up till
So they
now.
can, yeah.
There are a lot of guys that are like really consistent with their styles, as
Mhm.
Ali pointed out.
Mm.
And there are certain builders who have carry on their own style, so people immediately relate to it like, this over detailing is gonna be AF Hero, Kita, Naoki.
Mhm.
So some guys usually replicate that, and you immediately are drawn to that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just a good example is one of our judges, like Ide, for example, in Gunpla, he have his own style. So if you have his book already, like he mentioned it, like he doesn't.
You can plug it. Go ahead.
Get the book. You'll
Ide,
learn a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
No, joking aside, you better get that book.
Yes.
Mm.
Because it mentions a lot of how you internally think on how you approach your own style. If you still are looking for your own particular style now, that's the book. Ali, you know it. You
Yep.
read it. So
Are you reading it?
I don't know.
How do you know if you reach the point where you can say I have my own style? Like, when did you get to the point that you realize that?
When people are pointing it out already for you.
Wow. If you're already famous.
Not that.
I mean, like, people already,
Yeah.
they'll be the one to tell it to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
People, when, for example, we still have time now.
Yeah.
For example, with Ide, way back in 2005, 2004, when he started 2005, 2006, getting known, he was the one who did those BFGs, big guns, piston works. He was one of the first one that got really popular with that. Then it got associated with that. It's his own
It's
style.
his own style.
Kept repeating it, and those round molds, it was him.
Mhm.
Modification of torso, it was him. No decals, it was him. And no top coat, it was him.
It's a way of like leaving
Yeah.
a signature on the build without actually signing
And
it.
I know like a history why he doesn't do top coats.
Mhm.
Instead of him, he was painting. He was supposed to do a top coat. Instead of him picking up a top coat, he picked up a black paint and sprayed a completed build. That's why he never really did top coats from then on. That's the
From an
history of it.
accident.
See? It's
Some
his
weird
own style
history,
because it stayed with him that he'll never do a top coat to ruin any of his work.
Mhm, mhm.
There
The
you go.
experience makes you.
He doesn't do decals
What
because
you
he
are.
hates decals. He doesn't like really is good with decals. He absolutely.
That's a good point. Like, I mean, you don't have to follow the book all the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but he have his
You
own style.
Create your own.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what I found out now is even Ide has his own style of painting ratios. He have 2 stages to 3 stages of painting. Get the book.
Mhm.
What's the name of the book?
A guide
Ah,
to mechanical
it doesn't
detail.
remember.
There you go. Guide to mechanical
No, it's too long. Come
We've
on,
been
guide
reading a
to
lot of books, so
But you
guide
can
to
go to his
mechanical
website.
No, guide to
which is-
mechanical detailing.
What's
And
Ide's website?
vered.com.
Vared.com. Yeah, you can visit the website and check out
I
the
don't know
book.
if it's still available, guys. That book is limited.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's
So-
only volume 1.
Yeah.
So,
I know a
yeah.
secret on a volume.
Okay.
So,
so yeah,
now,
that's all.
So-
The
Is that all?
stuff.
Yeah.
I think we're done. Yay!
For today.
Thank you for sticking.
Yes.
In our live
And
stream.
guys, I hope you enjoyed that little preview or sneak peek of the judging day that will be coming on hopefully within a week
Yeah.
or maybe two. Hopefully within a week. That's what we're targeting for.
We'll announce it by the
Yep.
end of this week if we start receiving the entries or feedback from judges, and we can gauge already.
Yeah, I hope you guys had as much fun as we have and learned a lot from this. We were able to get a lot of insights on how judges or judging work from James himself. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us guys. We really appreciate it. And again, if you guys are wondering why we don't have a store right now, we have closed the store at the Sunrise building, but we're moving to the Times Square Center. Hopefully within less than a month. That's what we're gunning for,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
At the meantime, you can definitely order from us. OtakuME.com. We deliver worldwide. So have a look at what we have in stock for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Any parting words, guys?
So,
See you in the next live stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
See-
We'll be more active after all this busy work.
Yeah, by the way, if you guys are wondering what we've been doing, so we have been
doing inventory of
inventories
our stuff.
of everything that we have to prepare it for the movement for
The next new
the
store.
new store.
And while they're doing that,
Mhm.
Mickey sometimes, not sometimes,
Mm.
daily I'm on
James
site.
has been hands-on with the
Yeah.
design and the construction.
Have the
Marketing
times-
has been working with the Modelers Cup, judging collating the entries and all that. So hopefully guys will be more active while
Yeah.
we stay here at our warehouse for
Yeah.
like
Thank you for
a
being
few moments.
patient with us.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
Especially the guys that are here
Mhm.
in UAE or Dubai that are just waiting for us to open again. Thank you for being patient. We'll see you soon. And for now on this live stream, 2 hours. Thank you once again
Yeah.
for being
Yeah.
patient with
So-
us.
Listening to us blabber about everything that we want to
We
talk
always
about.
act like
Yeah.
So-
You guys, yeah.
A couple of things, guys. You can actually, here on YouTube, you can go to our channel, Otaku Middle East. Just hit the bell icon to get notified on when the next live stream will be.
Mhm.
You can follow us on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, Otaku ME, on when those announcements will come from the judges. So just follow us and everything will be
Mhm.
posted when it's ready.
And on that note, so always remember, think outside the kit.
See you guys next time.
Bye bye. We love the got it. Bye bye.
All right.